Yo, thank you for joining me for a very special episode of Demigθdcast. This one's about evolutionary upgrades. I want to get started with a big idea here, and then I'll jump into some of the abilities that are already available to humanity as we know it. First and foremost, a big revelation here. There's a lot of YouTube channels that will guide you to some pretty good things, and after a little over a year of research, going into theology, astrology, astronomy, various religions, all of them, different spiritualities, mysticism, mentalism, psycho-spirituality, all of the above. I've come to the grand conclusion, and I want you to open your heart and your mind to what I'm about to say. I've come to the grand conclusion that your subconscious is your higher power. Your subconscious is your higher power. Now think of your subconscious as an opposite version of you, polar opposite. Okay, and think of this polar opposite as what you consider to be the God that is in you. Okay, and throughout your life, this voice that has always been hinting at you, swaying you to apologize for what you have done, keeping you from going to that party with that friend or that girl that you really wanted to see there. It's that thing that makes your stomach feel uneasy at times when you feel that you're in a bad situation. And it's been with you all along. This is God. Now, everything that I've read and heard and watched, listened to, talked about, has kind of all been alluding to the mind being reality, being what is the driving force of our creation. This is true. And we have to understand the concept of the subconscious mind. That's a scientific term. That's new. Okay, we've always had a quote-unquote subconscious. Hasn't always been called that. All right? So you've got to really dive into yourself here and understand that if ever there was an oversoul protecting you, let's say you looking out for your best interest, if you had the power to protect the child version of yourself, how would you do it? And the more experience you gain, the more you widen your awareness. Also, the more I guess the right way to put it would be the higher degree of your neuroplasticity, the easier it is for your subconscious to flow through you, the more you are allowed to think in different ways, you'll be able to understand different perspectives of yourself. And that might seem interesting, but it's truly multidimensional when you can start to decipher what moods or what phrases or what patterns of speech you can give to someone that will alter the reality that you're currently in. And when it becomes clear to you that there's patterns that you have had in the past of ways that you did things before, and patterns of you doing better, you'll be able to potentially create more and more patterns of yourself, so that you can decide, okay, well, do I want to give this person my root chakra self, my solar plexus chakra self, my third eye chakra self, my crown chakra self? Which response can I give this person? And subconsciously, these things are all logged within you. So the more you teach your subconscious, the more your subconscious has a way to communicate with you. Okay? You're not going to find this anywhere else, because everybody's charging you subscription fees and calling themselves a professor, and hosting online universities. I'm creating demigods. Okay? So welcome to you. I really want you guys to take this seriously, because when you open your heart up to your subconscious, to your mind, to the full you, this is the you that wants and urges to integrate, to upgrade you. This is the piece of you that is required for evolution. The merging of the conscious and the subconscious, the superconscious. And yeah, there's some work that must be put into it, but we are all capable of it. And I think, I got to give myself a pat on the back, because to make it seem so simple it took a lot of work, but it really is just that. And there's going to be some shadow work. There's going to be some personal reflection. It's a period. There's going to be some tests. Your soul is going to test you to find out if you're really ready, because it's a light to bear. But you can do it. I can do it. I'm doing it. And I'm here to tell you that you can too. And when you rejoin and reignite your heart and your soul's heart, and your mind's heart, the trinity of you, the Trismegistus sapien. I'm just going to call humanity evolving all different kinds of things. Trismegistus sapien, Christo sapien. It's all one and the same. It's the trinity that you unlock. And I'm giving you the keys. So be sure to share this with anybody that you know and love, if you think it could reach their soul. If I've reached your soul, I would appreciate a like. But I would also appreciate just you cherishing this and sharing it and letting it be your truth, because your soul really does want to communicate with you, and scientifically, if you accept this to be your subconscious, you'll get the same results. So I wanted to get into some abilities, because there are abilities that are known by the CIA, the FBI, governments, Russian governments, American governments, Chinese governments have known about pseudoscience and supernatural phenomenon, about different things that humans can do. Chinese government outlawed martial arts, where people were able to throw their chi. Chi is impenetrable by any any known force if it's focused enough. And there's different types of chi, and there were chi masters that were practicing and teaching armies, and the guns eventually I guess the government eventually took over. How beautiful that could have became, because there's a lot of healing that comes with that. That's what it was mostly genuinely used for and about. And let's see, so there's chi. I'll start with the 4 powers of the soul. The soul has 4 powers, and it's love. You have the power to willingly, unconditionally love, and that's don't take that lightly. That's a very it's a very wise thing, and if you have the wisdom to find an unconditional love in something, then you just one unconditional loving aspect of everything, you can train yourself to be quite a champion. Okay, so spirit, and spirit is basically like willpower. It's like your willingness to do. So spirit and mind. So mind is mind can be sound. If you've heard the term having a sound mind, it's something that is harmonious in nature if it is fine-tuned. So you want to treat your mind like an instrument. Understand it and get it to flow. Don't if your mind has disruptions and distortions, find out why. Your mind should play very smoothly. It's going to be things that change your emotions chemically, but your mind can alter what that means. You could play new. You could change the beat, so to speak, when emotions that rile you up or trigger you, seem to activate some sort of a good or bad feeling. You can alter that by harmonizing your mind, because there's normally an attachment to a memory with that. So if you have any bad memories or something, go through them and face them. Use your imagination to battle your past. You can do that. Okay, so that's the third. So it's love, spirit, mind, and the fourth is life. So life is living consciousness. It's movement. It's vibration. It's energy, rather. It's like electricity. Electric life, electric consciousness, how your brain works, firing neurons. Life is that volt. It's that energy. It's that heartbeat. Okay, so yeah, those are the 4 powers of the soul. And what, and I got a quote here from the Law of One. The higher self is the end result of all the development experiment. Let me read that again. The higher self is the end result of all the development experienced by the mind, body, spirit complex to that point. So, in other words, the higher self being the end result of all the development experienced by the mind, body, spirit complex, which is just your mind, body, and your spirit. That's what Ra calls humans. Up until that point. So it's like it's basically saying like what you have learned from your experience. It's like your wisdom up until that point is what your higher self is projecting to be. So you can alter by adding more layers to yourself, by widening your awareness, of yourself. The more self-aware you are, the more self-willing you are to do, what it is that your soul's mission is, set out to do, or your willingness to get closer to God, or Godship or Godhood, is your projection of, I guess, your subconscious self. So think of it this way. Let's bring it back around. Excuse me. So we are all experiencing right now a conscious reality. Okay? We are living consciously. This is the conscious life that we are living. And when we pass on, when we move on to the subconscious reality, we take our consciousness with us, or we don't, depending on how developed, depending on the degree of consciousness you reach. Okay, so let that sink in, because your willing consciousness to be your subconscious self, your higher self. Don't think of it as sub. This is a sub logos this is a sub logos, this world that we're on, and our sun is considered the sub logos. So this is a subconscious reality. A logos is like a living mind. Okay, so understand this, because this is, I want this to integrate, so that this can change, what we think about as ourselves, instead of, the criticism and the judgment, the tearing down. We just have to listen to who we are. Understand that all that we have gained about ourselves is not for nothing. We have enough, in the memory banks to move forward. Okay? And that's a guarantee from DEMigθdcast. So yeah, we let's see. So some of the abilities, there's already levitation, so there's going to be upgraded versions of that. Levitation, as more people get more aware of the truth, it allows for the neurons to connect in the 90% of the brain that they say that we aren't using. So just learning the truth gives way for you to evolve. Understand this. It's like it may take time to sink in. It may take something to prove it, but keep it as an open understanding for a new reality, rather than having a closed door to a possibility. All right? And with that, let's get into it. So flight, human flight. And, this could be with the development of, actual human wings, as in angel humans. But who knows? If we'll even need that. We might be able to fly electromagnetically just by having a strong enough brainwave to create our own magnetic field and push against the Earth's. Okay, so or be able to suspend ourselves from the Earth's rotation. We might be able to detach ourselves from the frequency of the one that we're vibrating at, that's keeping us on the planet. All right, so quantum travel. I don't know if this can be physical, but I know it can be, and if it's going to be physical, it would have to be consciously as well. So quantum travel would be able, actually moving through space and time, the same way a UFO does. So UFOs just do that with thoughts. It's controlled by thoughts. So basically, if you're able to pinpoint the same way that you can do it on an iPhone, if you're able to pin a location, say longitude and latitude, and you understand where you are, because let's say you can, what do they call it? It's not astral projection, remote viewing. So yeah, so people can remote view. If you can remote view, you could potentially quantum travel, which would be pretty much just putting your body where your mind is. So be on the lookout for that. This is already something that exists, which is light healing, but expect that to be more advanced. Rapid healing will be something that is accessible to humanity, which is pretty much people are going to be able to heal other people at a rapid scale with their hands. Also with focusing with sound and things of that nature. Sound can heal. Telepathy already exists. It's going to become what it used to be, which was people actually are going to be able to pick up vibrations much easier. Telepathy is not speaking in people's heads. It is, but it's more of like playing the guitar. It's like it's like communicating with music. It's clear audience. Telepathy is clear audience. So once you develop your clear audience enough, you become telepathic. I developed my clear cognizance enough to become psychic. Psychic abilities are also going to pick up as well. People are going to be able to have easier access to their own timelines and the timelines around them. So people are going to encounter dreams or thoughts where they have messages for other people as far as what their future might be. And it's going to happen a lot at random. But these are just psychic abilities. If you have something that you feel that you need to share with someone, even if it's a stranger, and you feel that it could help them, just do it, because this is your higher self working with you to develop something that is an ability for you, but two is going to change and alter somebody else's reality for the better. Okay, and that's service to others, which could be a part of your soul contract. So just go along with that. I'm gonna speed through these because I want to wrap this up. So psycho-electrostatic shock, or psychostatic abilities, which is the I'm gonna just skip that one. Clear cognizance. You'll have I guess like That's So Raven like abilities. Clairvoyance, clairsentience, also another form of telepathy. Interdimensional navigation, which is being able to cipher through different aspects of your realities in parallel dimensions of thought. So your consciousness echoes across, dimensions and millennia. That's how the secret of of the law of attraction works, because you're like an interdimensional magnet and transmitter and receiver. So you'll be able to have control over that and understand where you're going. So it's not so you're not under attack so easily all the time. Okay, yes, telekinesis is going to be available to us as our pineal glands decalcify and the electromagnetic fields from within ourselves widen out. We'll be able to have more access to grabbing things without using our hands. Phase shifting, we'll be able to vibrate at different rates, and we'll be able to raise our vibration past certain thresholds that are keeping us bound. Our atoms will be able to be a little bit more flexible, pretty much. I'll leave it at that. So a couple updates. We got a new logo in the works. Some of these, I know the videos are just raw right now, just uncut, and that's how I like to give it to you guys, though. Real deal, real schmill. But we got merchandise coming soon. We got the logo in the works, and once that's popped up, we'll have t-shirts. We got custom headbands coming, and a couple cool little patches and pins, a couple little treats. You got to give the babies their milk, all right? I love you guys, and I thank you guys for subscribing, and I thank you guys for empowering the knowledge. And I don't know when I'm going to be making the next video, but we also got some interviews coming along the way, to where we can get some talks on these topics, so we can not just have me talking at you, screaming at you. We could expand the minds of other people and get some other perspectives in the mix, and really get the topics flowing and the conversations going. So leave a comment if you feel the need to express yourself, and like the video if you did. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you very much for watching.